What would happen if all the water on Earth turned into gas in a single second? Imagine that in exactly 1 second, all the liquid water on Earth instantly turns into water vapor. What happens next? It does not evaporate slowly. It does not boil. It simply disappears in 1 second. At the same moment, every river, lake, sea, puddle, and even the water in your glass disappears. But the water has not actually vanished. It has turned into a gigantic cloud of water vapor. And there is so much vapor that the atmosphere is no longer anything like it was before. The atmosphere is suddenly filled with far more gas than it could ever hold under normal conditions. Water vapor is one of the most powerful greenhouse gases. Now the entire planet begins turning into a giant greenhouse. Heat can no longer escape into space. With every passing minute, the Earth becomes hotter and hotter. The temperature rises so quickly that going outside soon becomes almost impossible. Within the first few hours, most plants begin to die. As plants begin to die, the food supply for countless animals disappears with them. Every tap runs dry. There is no drinking water left anywhere on the planet. Without water, many power plants lose their cooling systems and shut down. The electrical grid begins to fail. Transportation slows to a halt. Factories stop producing. Modern civilization begins falling apart. From space, Earth looks completely different. Where oceans once covered the planet, there are now vast stretches of exposed seabed. Some places are now deeper than the tallest mountains are high. The deepest parts of the ocean are suddenly exposed to the open air. Removing the weight of the oceans changes the pressure on Earth's crust. That could trigger increased volcanic activity around the world. More volcanoes awaken. Massive eruptions fill the atmosphere with ash and gases. Meanwhile, all that water vapor forms an incredibly thick layer of clouds around the planet. Seen from space, Earth would no longer appear blue. Instead, it would become an almost completely white world wrapped in an enormous blanket of steam. The atmosphere becomes incredibly unstable. Lightning storms begin erupting across the entire planet. The extreme temperature differences create powerful winds. The Earth is now experiencing the most violent storms in its history. Eventually, the atmosphere can no longer hold all that water vapor. It finally begins to condense. Then comes the greatest rainstorm Earth has ever seen. Water falls across the entire planet. The oceans slowly begin to return. But the planet has already been changed forever. As the water returns, it unleashes catastrophic floods. Anything left standing is swept away. Even if the oceans eventually return, most life on Earth would never recover from a disaster like this. Water isn't just something we drink. It regulates our climate, supports every ecosystem, and makes life on Earth possible. If it disappeared for just 1 second, our world would never be the same.